Hello everybody and welcome back to WWE 2K14 Universe. I'm your host Jitch and you're watching Friday Night SmackDown.
Making his way to the ring from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 222 pounds,
Well, this man, as I've been mentioning in recent weeks, he has been frustrated with his position in the WWE. In fact, frustrated, he'd say, isn't the word for it. The time has come for this man to be given more of an opportunity or he will walk. Well, here tonight he's been given an opportunity to prove himself as he has been put up against the great Khali. They say if CM Punk fancies himself a top tier talent, then he needs to be able to take on people far greater in stature than himself, and that includes his opponent tonight, the great Khali. So should be an interesting kickoff match. I believe this is the great Khali's SmackDown debut here tonight. So, best of luck to CM Punk, I suppose. You know, there's generally a lot of momentum and tension riding on the back of a debut matchup. And obviously, great Khali, maybe not talent-wise, but in terms of pure stature, has a lot on CM Punk. So, should be an interesting way to kick off SmackDown, I suppose. What a banger of a song this is. I'm not saying that ironically. I can imagine some racist getting excited at the idea that I'm taking the piss. No, really. What a good song. Genuinely. The great Khali, very slowly making his way down to the ring. Oh wow, he gets a very fancy little name. Nameplate. He gets a fancy name. I'm surprised some people don't have them, but I think, again, it kind of, they didn't, like, make any up. They're just the ones for the people that were actually appearing on SmackDown during this period, because this was, I think, like, a year or two after the brand split. I think this might actually be a year after, because I think it was 13 where, yeah, it was 13. It was the last season where everything had Super Show on it that was Raw. Oh, what a dark time. I mean, it wasn't actually. It was a time that got me back into wrestling, but I just hated seeing SmackDown die. I'm glad it survived though. Alright, Khali, wrap it up, man, please. What a chin. CM Punk and the great Khali, and Punk going straight to work. He's not going to waste any time trying to take down this big guy. The fans are in support of CM Punk tonight. You hear those CM Punk chants come crawling in. And obviously tonight's a big night here on SmackDown, as every night is. We've got just 3 weeks to go until Over the Limit, and we have got a very big championship matchup. I'm talking about the Intercontinental Championship Open Challenge, the last one before Over the Limit, as Bret will not be double defending his title in the week of Over the Limit. But, ooh, nice clothesline there by CM Punk. And Bret actually recently spoke out about his opponent tonight, which is, for those that don't already know, Edge. Edge accepted the Intercontinental Championship Open Challenge. The moment it was put out there, Edge said that he will be the one to face Bret Hart this time around. And looking forward to seeing that matchup tonight. Bret Hart, when talking about this match in interviews, says that he's glad that Christian isn't the one that took the chance, as Bret Hart wants to see two of the greatest Canadian wrestlers of all time face off one-on-one, and he says Christian isn't even part of the conversation. I have a feeling Bret's trying to meddle a little bit here in the recent dissension between Edge and Christian. He says, keep Christian at home, Edge. I want to take you on one-on-one. Let's find out who the better of the two greatest wrestlers to come out of Canada truly is. So, a lot of low blows to Christian's esteem here. Of course, Christian is a former WWE champion, something that neither Edge or Bret Hart can say that they've ever accomplished. Edge's only World Championship reign was ended immediately with the Money in the Bank cash-in, so in that sense, I'd say Christian's actually the better of the Canadian superstars here on SmackDown, but, you know, if Bret Hart wants to say that it's between edge in Bret, then he has every right to say that. I think Bret's really building stock for himself, but as I said before, I think he's playing mind games. I think he's trying to get into the head of his opponent tonight, as well as obviously trying to discourage... Oh my god! What just happened? Trying to discourage the idea of Christian getting involved by maybe trying to pit the egos of those two against each other. Ooh, we see that big palm strike. Ooh, CM Punk getting absolutely demolished by the Great Khali. I told you, these debuts, these guys can be riding off of a lot of momentum in their debut matches, and this is obviously going to be no different now. That much has been made abundantly clear. Great Khali really looking impressive here. Obviously, this is his first match in which this guy is completely and utterly Jinder Mahal-less as well. This is just the Great Khali being the Great Khali. Nice crossbody there by CM Punk. But of course, Khali able to kick out of that one. I'll tell you, Punk has the, you know, he's someone who I find, if there was a stock market write-up of, like, CM Punk's stocks, so to speak, his overall value to the WWE in the past few years, it's definitely one that has fluctuated drastically. I feel like 1 second CM Punk is, you know, he's riding some major momentum. He's impressing week in, week out. And then out of nowhere, you'll see this guy suddenly start losing and losing and losing. I think like something just gets the best of him. Khali with this huge vice grip over the head of Punk as he crashes down onto the mat. This has got to be it for CM Punk. I can't see him kicking out of that Khali vice grip submission hold. And he does. I stand corrected. CM Punk. Oh. Just shoved down though. And Punk with a big drop kick there. And now locking in the Anaconda Vice. I mean, this is a smart move by CM Punk. He knows there is absolutely no way he is getting the Great Khali up on his shoulders. So he's going to have to try and force a submission out of this absolute giant. And I don't know if this guy knows how to tap out. I'll be honest. I don't know if he's ever been forced into submission. I mean, there's probably literally footage of him in this series, no less, tapping out. But I feel like it's a very foreign concept. I don't feel like that's something that we can expect to see from the Great Khali too much. Gotta say though, this has been a surprisingly competitive matchup to kick off this week's SmackDown. CM Punk has definitely been fighting very uphill in this one, but it hasn't let him stop. Oh, it hasn't stopped him, I should say, one bit. As CM Punk now with a floored Great Khali gets the elbow drop off. And with the Great Khali down once again, CM Punk going in for the Anaconda Vice. You gotta respect it for what it is. He knows he can't scoop the big man up on his shoulders, so he's gotta do whatever he can to put him away otherwise. And the Great Khali is just hanging in there. How is he gonna do this? CM Punk really struggling here. Oh, big elbow there. I mean, I guess, yeah, he could just try to go for a cover. He's done a lot of damage, but evidently not enough. Punk now, he's found a weak spot on the Great Khali, and he is continually targeting that. And you've got to respect that. That's exactly what you should do at this point in time. I'm sure that's exactly what Randy Orton would tell CM Punk to do if he were here to still be his tag team partner. But unfortunately, we won't be seeing Randy Orton for a little while after the injuries sustained at the hands of JBL. And speaking of JBL's attack on Randy Orton last week, well, Triple H has accepted JBL's challenge. He said, fine, I will face you at Over the Limit. That'll be the only shot at my World Heavyweight Championship you're going to get, and I'm going to make it abundantly clear that just like I beat the guy that beat you the night after he beat you, oh wow, the night after he beat you, I'll beat you at Over the Limit. So we have that one set. Oh my god, look at the state of the Great Khali. Well, this was a tough loss for CM Punk, but I guess to be fair, it was very much an uphill struggle. I mean, you gotta respect a guy who can get up with a face covered in blood and start swimming through the air like the Great Khali is right now. This is a man who is not letting his spirits be dragged down, I believe ever since he's dissociated from Jinder Mahal, he wants to be known as the Punjabi Playboy. He wants to have some fun without Jinder Mahal here to try and keep things serious, which is ironic considering what Jinder Mahal is up to these days. But anyway, the Great Khali defeats CM Punk. I'm sure that's not a very popular outcome, but it was a tough battle, and I think CM Punk really gave it his all. But I think he's going to really need to reevaluate this loss tonight before he goes on complaining about wanting any more World Heavyweight Championship opportunities. Alright, we are back here on SmackDown, and I got a very interesting little backstory for tonight's matchup here.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, weighing 251 pounds, ravishing Rick Rude.
So recently we managed to snag an interview with Rick Rude in which we asked him what's the deal with his outfit. You know, following his loss to Bret Hart, we noticed that backstage he was still wearing this here outfit. Rick Rude explains that it's all about the past that's behind him, hence why he wears that part on the back of his attire, and the future, which is ahead of him, hence why he wears it around his waist. Rick Rude says that he wants the Intercontinental Championship, and he will continue to pursue that in the near future. But also, interestingly enough, the reason for the man depicted on the back of his tights is in fact his opponent tonight, the Ultimate Warrior, obviously. Which I'll get to in just a moment as to why he is on his tights. Quite an interesting little situation we got here.
Approaching the ring, weighing 275 pounds, the Ultimate Warrior.
So in regards to the back of Rick Rude's tights, he says that in a training matchup to determine who would make their SmackDown debut first, Rick Rude defeated the Ultimate Warrior in a dark match. That's the match that takes place off-screen before we start the show. And so he managed to get that opportunity against Bret Hart over Warrior, and he will always wear Warrior on him for the next year as a reminder that he bested someone that everyone thought he couldn't beat. So Rick Rude will keep the past behind him, as in this man right here. And his sights set to the future in the sense of the Intercontinental Championship. We'll see if Rick Rude can repeat history here tonight and defeat the Ultimate Warrior once again, but there you go. In case you were ever wondering who that man is on the back of his tights, well, when you saw him debut on Superstars, it was in fact the Ultimate Warrior on the back of this man's tights. And interestingly enough, Ultimate Warrior getting his first appearance here on SmackDown, but I believe he suffered a loss to Scott Steiner over on Superstars, who still has yet to appear here on the actual SmackDown show. So I'm sure Scott Steiner is going to be watching this match with quite a bit of disdain, in the sense that these two guys are getting more of a spotlight than the guy who's currently picking up wins. But honestly, I feel like Scott Steiner is he's handling his debut well. He's working himself up from the ground, and I think that that's almost more admirable in some sense than to push straight to the SmackDown roster. You know, I feel like the future is very bright for Scott Steiner. I continue to say that every week. And if you haven't seen Scott Steiner on Superstars, well, you're missing out, and that's all I can really say about that. To be fair, I don't think people even watch these matches, though, so haha, cock and balls. Shout out to anyone who pays enough attention. I looked at the YouTube analytics the other day, big mistake, and saw that the statistic is that there's just a random rise in views every time that, like, the match result scene starts playing, and, like, I will continue to just say what I've said before. I find it so fucking sad that there are people that are skimming through the results of a made-up wrestling universe because they only want the spoilers / results. They don't actually want to sit through and get the gratification of the reason why someone would win, or the story or build or anything like that. They just want the outcomes, and I just don't know why the outcomes matter. But, you know, whatever. Let them have their fun. Big clothesline there by Ultimate Warrior as he takes down Rick Rude. And I've got to say, ravishing Rick Rude. He's looked very impressive here tonight, but then he looked great in his debut match against Bret Hart. And I find it very interesting that that man is just, you know, he's not shooting for the very top right from the get-go. Rick Rude is very much set on becoming Intercontinental Champion, and he says that it's going to look perfect when he's wearing that championship around his waist, with it also printed on the front of his tights like this. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Following this matchup, though, we actually have the Intercontinental Championship on the line up next. It is Bret Hart set to face off against Edge, one-on-one. Really doesn't want Christian getting any kind of involvement in the matchup. We'll see if that ends up happening as he works the back there with that, whatever the hell you'd call that, and Ultimate Warrior able to kick out. And Warrior going in for a clothesline, but Rude just smartly moves out of the way. And I gotta tell you, Rude has been very intelligent in this matchup. Shades of Damien Sandow almost, in the sense of how smart this guy has been in the ring. And it feels probably a bit blasphemous to a lot of wrestling fans to say shades of Damien Sandow when talking about Rick Rude. But you know who came first in this universe? As we see the Gorilla Press Slam, Ultimate Warrior now coming off the ropes. And there's that big cross body. And now placing both the knees, praise be, whatever spirit he believes in, but that's a kick out by Rick Rude, who is lifting up Ultimate Warrior for one devastating pile driver. Thought we were going to see the Rude Awakening, but he took a much more vicious approach, and that did not pay off. So I tell you, Ultimate Warrior seems to be really struggling to get control of the Ravishing One in this matchup. We've also got coming up tonight, if you forgot from last week's announcement, Chris Jericho said that he demands better competition, and right now there isn't any in the tag team division. Well, our SmackDown general manager Paul Heyman said, I'm not going to give you another tag team right now. Because you haven't yet proven yourself against the greatest tag team, Edge and Christian, but right now they're a little preoccupied. So until they decide to get their World Tag Team Championship opportunity, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to give you that tougher competition you want in the sense of The Undertaker, a 3-time World Heavyweight Champion and a former WWE Champion. So coming up later on tonight, Chris Jericho will have to see what happens when he faces the Reaper. The Undertaker is going to go one-on-one with Chris Jericho, and I wish him the best of luck with that. Ultimate Warrior looking a little bit confused as he bounces Rude back and forth. But there you go, once again, slamming down, knees on the chest, gets him with that second splash, and of course, that is going to be enough. Well, he may not have been able to beat Scott Steiner, but he was able to defeat Rick Rude here tonight, who is now 0-2 since making his SmackDown debut, but he promises us that the future is Rude. The Ultimate Warrior picking up a huge win in his SmackDown debut and kind of overcoming his demons, defeating the man that defeated him that led to Rick Rude making an earlier debut than the Ultimate Warrior. So, with that being said, will Rude remove that from his tights? Probably not. He'll gloat about it for the rest of his life. But still, the Ultimate Warrior is victorious here tonight. As we move towards, oh my gosh, as we move towards our next match, it was this big, and it's the Intercontinental Championship.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Intercontinental Championship. Making his way to the ring from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing 234 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Well, I must warn Bret Hart, I think he's really playing with fire here tonight by signing up to this match with Edge and obviously playing these head games with the former WWE Tag Team Champions. I don't necessarily think that there's a lot of ways it could backfire. I actually think that Bret Hart is very much in control of this situation, but I just think it's ill-advised. I don't think that he should really be trying to pit those two against each other, as their egos could cause quite a disastrous feud between them here on SmackDown, and you don't want this guy to be the reason that that happens. But I guess in a way, he doesn't really care too much. He just wants to get out of this situation, ensuring that he has a great match with a man that he claims he has a lot of respect for without the involvement of someone that he doesn't have very much respect for. Bret Hart has been incredibly dismissive of Christian. And now we wait. And here he comes. former tag team champion. That's a cool nameplate. I like that a lot. The videos should be looking a lot less blurry these days. I know they're not going to look great because it's a PS3 game, but they should be looking a little better. I recently found out that I've been doing my recordings all wrong. So it should look a little clearer. I don't know how much, but like...
Weighing 241 pounds, the rated R superstar, Edge.
It's more like shots like this where there's like a lot of moving stuff and it's all really fast and there's like a lot of flashing images and stuff. My bitrate's been really bad, so hopefully me changing my settings will make that a lot better. I've also found a way to make my videos render like infinitely faster, so hopefully the turnaround time on these videos will be a little quicker. Probably not though, because I still have to edit them, and I don't like doing that. Truth be told. If I could have a paid editor, I would. But I don't have the money to pay an editor. This channel doesn't really justify one, but I would. Absolutely. Well, here we go, Bret Hart locking up with Edge for the Intercontinental Championship, and Bret, you could see, was very happy to be seeing this match now here tonight. A big opportunity for Edge, but an even bigger one for Bret Hart, who claims these are the two finest superstars to come out of Canada, and there's no one he'd rather beat tonight than Edge to really prove what he can accomplish as Intercontinental Champion. One of the most accomplished, well, one half of the most accomplished tag teams in this universe's history. Edge and Christian have been phenomenal over the last year as a tag team, but ever since losing the championships at WrestleMania 3 to 3MB, there seems to be a little bit of dissension currently between Edge and Christian, which makes me very sad to see. I feel like they had a lot of potential, you know, a very tight bond, but right now Edge is focusing on the Intercontinental Championship, and there is no sign of Christian. It's an elbow drop, Mr. Lawler.
Over the last 10 years, SmackDown has excited the WWE Universe with some of the most memorable moments.
I'm looking forward to our match up next. Jericho really going to get his just desserts. He said he wanted tough opponents thrown his way. He wanted a challenge. Well, he's going to get it tonight in the form of the Undertaker, and I cannot wait to see what goes down when those two meet face to face come Tuesday. Great slam there. Edge now taking Bret Hart into the corner. Nice reversal there on the Intercontinental Champion. I tell you, this man is the man of many, many holds. Bret Hart is an insanely gifted performer. Edge coming in hot there, but Bret catches him, and a nice drop kick there by the rated R superstar, and this former world heavyweight champion now taking control in a big way. And I don't think that you should start gloating. Bret Hart has the heart of a champion. He is a fighter. Speaking of heart of a champion, tonight John Cena makes his SmackDown return as he's set to team up with the World Heavyweight Champion Triple H to face off against JBL and the man that took Randy Orton out last week, Mark Henry. John Cena says that he has seen enough of what Mark Henry is willing to do, and that the score was never settled at WrestleMania, so it will be at Over the Limit. John Cena has challenged Mark Henry once again to one big final blow-off at Over the Limit. Things were never settled. I feel like this one's got to be, you know, an I Quit match, last man standing. We got to see something big between John Cena and Mark Henry Over the Limit. We need to see resolution. We need to finally see the end of whatever's gone on between those two for as long as it has. Obviously, Over the Limit getting closer and closer. I can't wait to find out what other SmackDown matches we'll be having there. Right now, Bret's Intercontinental Championship defense is very much up in the air, of course. I can't really speak for that right now. I mean, he might not even be Intercontinental Champion. Edge is really given his best shot at the Intercontinental Championship tonight. And I feel like this is definitely a very tough opponent for Bret Hart to have to overcome. Of course, we've also got the Cruiserweight Championship on the line, the European Championship, and the World Tag Team titles, I would imagine, should be defended. But obviously, Heyman said that right now he doesn't want to give Chris Jericho tougher competition in tag teams, as he's still trying to figure out what exactly that's going to be. And now Bret here going for the sharpshooter, and I can't help but notice an abundant lack of Christian at ringside in this matchup, as Bret is Edge is desperately turning towards those ropes. That's a smart move by Edge to turn that lock around. He knew the moment that sharpshooter got locked in, he was in a dangerous place, and he found a way to get out of it.
There's more in their arsenal. I promise you that. I don't know what it is, but they'll find it. And now the toll of this very physical
Bret very much in control of this matchup following the sharpshooter. You can't really say you're too surprised. Pivotal moment like that is going to be a game changer. Jawbreaker there by Hitman. I think Bret's very much in control of Edge right now. I don't see Edge really finding a way out of this one. I think this is Bret's match. I think we've seen a successful Intercontinental Championship defense before our eyes tonight. Edge with an elbow. Hold up a second, Edge. Edge wasting absolutely no time. I saw that back up into the corner and knew that only meant one thing, but Bret with a great reversal there as he takes Edge down. Drop kick there by Edge. He's getting fired up now. Wasting a little too much time though. I don't know why he's playing to the fans. They don't want to see it. Edge is not the most beloved man right now. Take down there by Edge though, as he has taken control of Bret Hart. Once again, Intercontinental Championship on the line. Execution DDT, and Edge wasting no time going in for a second time with a spear here. And Bret once again, tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Perfect reversal for a spear if you ask me. That just makes so much sense. That's got to be frustrating, Edge. 2 times in a row, his finishing move reversed in the same way. Oh boy, here we go. Not the camel clutches. Anything but the camel clutches. Edge once again realizing he can either crawl all the way across the ropes, or he can use that little bit more energy, dragging this one around towards the ropes, and Bret deciding to release the hold as Edge was just about to reach the ropes. A smart move by the Intercontinental Champion. Edge wasting no time, going straight to the top with an elbow drop. Here's a cover attempt on the Intercontinental Champion. Has he won the title? Still no. I'm so glad to see that there has been no appearance from Christian in this matchup. Nice flapjack there.
With the championship at stake, you know these superstars will give everything they have to win.
Don't waste time, Edge. This is not a match in which you have been very much in control. Roll-up attempt here by the Intercontinental Champion. He's got he's got Edge down. Kick out. Edge. Nice reversal there as my sound seems to have randomly desynced. Leg drop. Sorry, not a leg drop. Leg sweep. Edge now sending him into the ropes. Big boot. Edge shaking off the dust here. He's trying to figure out what to do. Bret gets to his feet. Spear! Wow, that's a smart move. Don't waste any time calling for it. Throw him off his game. Cover attempt. Bret kicks out of the spear. That has got to leave Edge clueless on what to do now. I don't think he was accounting for the possibility that Bret would kick out of his finishing move into the corner. What is Bret going to do? What is Bret going to... Big right hand across the face of the challenger. Why does the sound keep stuttering? I don't understand. And a big superplex to the outside. That was not through a barricade. What the hell are you talking about? I think we may have just seen the end of this match. Bret Hart celebrating with the fans here, but I don't know that Edge is in any kind of position to get up from that. I feel like it's almost very unsportsmanlike, very unusual for Bret Hart to want to settle for a count-out victory, but Edge is out cold. That was a devastating drop with that superplex. What is going on with my sound? It's randomly popping. Up to a count of 7 and Edge is up. Bret can't believe it, takes him down.
I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next.
Now Edge going in for a submission of his own here.
Oh man, does that look painful?
I feel like that would be very upsetting for the Hitman to lose this match via submission. I don't even think that's an option for Bret Hart though. And the ropes. Backbreaker. Cover attempt here on Edge. And of course, of all things, it's a total backbreaker because they just go for submissions and pinfalls when they know they come in a match. It's really fun. It's really, really fun when they do that. I love it.
Here is your winner, and still
Oh my god, it's stuttering so much.
Bret the Hitman Hart.
There should be no doubt in anyone's mind.
There's always some kind of recording problem. Always, always, always.
What an incredible match.
Well, Bret Hart is victorious, and I will be back in a moment with hopefully a less stuttery video, but probably not. You know how this shit goes. Alright, we're back. Hopefully I've fixed my problems now. It was using the wrong the wrong graphics card. So I think it was just struggling to keep up a little bit. Not very interesting, but that's why it was stuttering, I think. We'll find out in about 20 minutes, because it took a while to develop. It could just be that I'm a little slow in storage. Not slow. A little low in storage space, though, I'm not too sure. Anyway, here comes Chris Jericho, as he gets ready for his match tonight, one half the tag team champions.
Is a no disqualifications match.
Oh, that's an extra added bonus.
From Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing 231 pounds, one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Chris Jericho.
Well, Chris Jericho has said that he is very ready for The Undertaker tonight, that he is not afraid of The Undertaker, and he will take him through hell tonight in this matchup. So I'm very interested in finding out exactly what's going to go down here. I have a feeling that maybe Jericho found out about this no disqualification thing in advance, and he had a little bit of a plan up his sleeve. But I noticed the Big Show is not present tonight, and this guy is looking way too confident, way too cocky. I don't trust it for a second. What is this guy up to? And where is the Big Show? Well, we were waiting for the arrival of The Undertaker after Jericho just made his entrance, but I don't think anyone was expecting this. An ambush from the backstage area here. Chris Jericho clearly coordinating this with his buddy, The Big Show. This is despicable. Well, I mean, at least Undertaker is the kind of guy who can fend for himself. He can take care of the situation, outnumbered or not. Hell, he might even still be able to go down to the ring after he's done with Big Show and take on Jericho still. I mean, I don't want to say that Big Show's not going to be able to come out of this one in control. These are two very formidable superstars in the entire SmackDown roster. But that is the entrance to the arena, to that door on the right there. And obviously, as Undertaker was making his way out towards the ring, he was jumped from behind by the Big Show. I don't think anyone could have expected this. I mean, I suppose we all should have expected it. This is Jericho we're talking about. The guy says he wants tougher competition, but the moment he gets it, he doesn't want it.
Oh, wait, nice reversal. Undertaker counters it.
We have very muffled extra commentary in this room. Don't ask why. A back and forth fight between these two. Spilling all over this backstage area. As Jericho, I can confirm to you, you can't see a shot of him, but he's just watching this on the big Tron and just enjoying this.
And did you hear the
You can almost see a look of fear on his face, though, whenever Big Show loses control of this situation. Oh my god. So much destruction out here in the back. Ooh. I think Undertaker's going to be able to make it to the ring if this carries on. You can hear the crowd chanting for the Undertaker. I don't think that's gonna be enough to channel enough energy to get him down to the ring at this rate. However, he is disposing of Big Show pretty nicely right now. I mean, if he can keep that up, then maybe. Backbreaker. Not a lot of people could lift Big Show the way that the Undertaker just did there. Very admirable. Slamming him down on his knee. This is something that no one could have really expected to see play out. Big Show. Oh. It's always so much more painful to watch when there's no collision, you know? When they're literally just thrown towards nothing, colliding with the concrete. And Undertaker. Oh, come on. No, 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 no. Oh, my God. Well, Undertaker is very much going to need medical attention. What does this mean for Jericho's match tonight? And there you go. All right. Well, at least we're getting someone to check on him real quick. Where the hell were you a second ago? What does this mean for Undertaker's match tonight? I don't know. I mean, I can assume that it's called off. Jericho got his way, I guess. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What? What? Oh my God. Kane is making his way to the ring for the first time in I think roughly about a year. Fuck Glenn Jacobs. Kane is making his way to the ring. Big Show just took out the Undertaker backstage, but it seems like there was a backup plan, almost like that was expected. The brother of the Undertaker is coming down to the ring. Fuck Glenn Jacobs. What a huge return this is. It's been a long time since we've seen Kane. Oh my God, the ring is surrounded in fire. I don't think Jericho was expecting this, and he's trying to fend off Kane as best as he can. Just a quick disclosure here. I'm basically reclaiming Kane. You know, Glenn Jacobs isn't an active wrestler anymore. And I feel like if you keep him in a mask, you don't have to think about the dickhead underneath the outfit. So I'll just never unmask him, which is fine by me, because unmasked Kane is the worst Kane. Oh, actually, fat, sad, should have retired ages ago. 2012 Kane is the worst Kane, but unmasked Kane is up there. Big slam there by Kane as he's taking control of Chris Jericho. Big knee lift across the face of Chris Jericho. Kane is laying waste to Chris Jericho, seemingly on behalf of his brother. There is no referee in sight. And as he called for the chokeslam, Jericho didn't get to his feet quick enough. This former world heavyweight champion, Kane, with a huge chokeslam straight to hell. I guess that's one way to keep Big Show out, is this ring of fire around the ring. And Kane, in his big return, lays Chris Jericho to waste. Well, Jericho said he wanted tougher competition, and then backed out immediately from The Undertaker. Could this be the unholy union at long last? Could we be looking at Undertaker and Kane on the same side? Kane came to SmackDown a year ago and took out The Undertaker. Had an impressive reign as World Heavyweight Champion. Could they finally be united? Could the time have come? Well, either way, they seem to have one mutual goal, and that is to destroy Chris Jericho And that is exactly what Kane did in his return here tonight. As we move on to the main event, it is tag team time. And I will say this one last time, just to make it abundantly clear, fuck you, Glenn Jacobs. I like Kane, not the man under the mask. That is all.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from New York City, John Bradshaw Layfield.
Well, as we move now towards our main event, it has been an eventful night here on SmackDown, as is always the case. But now we move to this main event. We have been told that we are looking at an alliance of unholy proportions. An indestructible duo has been formed, and that is the combination of Mark Henry and JBL. JBL says that for as long as Mark Henry wants to find himself an ally, JBL will be the one to give him that partner, that union. And we will see now how well these two work as a team as they get ready to face off against an absolute all-star combination of Triple H, the World Heavyweight Champion, and former multi-time World Champion John Cena. Sorry, I keep burping. If you're wondering why I keep talking like this, it's because I'm trying not to like hard burp into the microphone. But of course, I've always got my handy sody pop with me, so I'm always burping, because who needs water? Who drinks healthily? That's not a good message to get across.
Weighing 240 pounds, John Cena.
Suspicious by his absence, John Cena coming out next instead of Mark Henry, who did not make his entrance alongside JBL. They were not both in that limo, and he's certainly not in the corner there. Where is Mark Henry? Unless he just got jobber entranced. I mean, I guess that's possible. Already in the ring, Mark Henry. John Cena is back here on Friday nights, the brand that built him. We'll see how much further this man's career can go this season. It was SmackDown where he won his first WWE Championship. And where is Mark Henry? I guess maybe I guess he was just already at a ringside. Sat back and let JBL take the spotlight, I guess. I don't have a better explanation than that. If you can take it.
And his tag team partner, from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing 244 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, Triple H.
Well, whilst I certainly respect the mentioning of incorrect grammar initially there. As much as I can respect that we have an alliance of unholy proportions in the sense of JBL and Mark Henry, you cannot ignore the phenomenal combination that we've got of John Cena and Triple H. What a combo. The game Triple H making his way to the ring here tonight to team up with John Cena for what I'd imagine is a first time. I don't believe we've ever seen these two on the same side before. I don't even think we've seen these two against each other before. I think Triple H and John Cena are two strangers to one another. It is time to play the game. And play we shall. Our World Heavyweight Champion set to defend against JBL at Over the Limit in 3 weeks' time. What the hell?
These two competitors just can't
What?
wait to get at each other.
I think that's supposed to be John Cena, guys. I think it fucked up. I think I think that was supposed to be Cena. Because that made no sense. Well, Cena and JBL going toe-to-toe with each other to start things off here. I'm going to just go ahead and say that was Cena, because that made no sense. Like, I'm going to fucking fight you, bitch. Alright, now let's team together. Let me just quickly make the tag to you, my friend. Here we go. That's all I have to say. Here we go. John Cena, Mark Henry in the ring at the same time once again for the first time since WrestleMania 3, in which we really thought they were going to be able to finalize their issues. Really going to see the end of that feud, but no. It is back. It is in full swing, and the time has come to find out who the better man is once again. And I feel like the whole time one is the legal man, the other is not going to tag out. So sit back, relax, grab a nice sody pop. That's what I do. And I guess let's just watch as Mark Henry and John Cena destroy each other once again. Last time these two faced off, it was 20 straight minutes in the opening bout of WrestleMania, and we never came out with a decisive winner. Will that change tonight in this tag team matchup? I can't wait to find out what kind of a match they face off in at Over the Limit. It is confirmed Cena and Henry will be facing off, but the question is, in what kind of a match? I, for one, think that this feud needs resolving. We need something big. Last man standing, I quit. Hell in a Cell. Something really big and final. You know, one of these guys has to take a step away, perhaps, after the loss, or just find something else to move on to. Because I think it's time for John Cena and Mark Henry to bury the hatchet. And I know they're never going to be able to resolve it and become friends again or anything like that. But if they can just settle their issues inside the ring, and at least find that common ground to just move on, to go, okay, well, I lost and I won. It's over now. And for a big clothesline there, switched it up to JBL, who caught him in the motion and dropped John Cena outside the ring. Clothesline there by Cena. And here comes our World Heavyweight Champion, Triple H. Gotta watch your back there, Henry. Triple H almost got him. Too focused on John Cena and John Cena alone. Nice shoulder tackle there. I wonder at what point Triple H will be tagged into this matchup. Two big matches are Over the Limit in 3 weeks' time, and they are combined into this one tag team match tonight. Triple H happily wanted a match against Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight Championship. JBL shut that one down by taking out both Triple H and Orton. And then last week, when JBL challenged Orton and said, alright, let's settle this, alright? We'll find out who the rightful contender is between you and me. They had their match, and what ended up happening? Mark Henry instead of JBL. A very deliberate move by JBL, and an alliance with Mark Henry that has been formed took out Randy Orton. You know, I can't help but wonder what the future holds for the World Heavyweight Championship. Right now, there is so much surrounding it. I feel like everyone in this match is a viable contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. But on top of that, you know, Randy Orton as well, I feel, is a rightful contender to the World Heavyweight Championship. And I feel like there's some great future stars that want that shot, as well as, of course, CM Punk has been very vocal about it. And many, many more that I'd imagine are in the same boat as CM Punk of just really wanting a shot at the World Heavyweight Champion Triple H. There's a lot going on right now regarding this championship, and of course we can't forget the Money in the Bank briefcase as well. Damien Sandow, who has been suspiciously absent for the last 6+ weeks. We haven't seen him since WrestleMania 3 concluded, and he lost the United States Championship to Dolph Ziggler. Wasn't able to get his rematch as the US Championship was moved over to Monday Night Raw following the draft, and Sandow's got all of about 2 months to cash that briefcase in, or else it's going to expire, and he doesn't seem to even be around right now to cash it in. Big splash there by Henry, and obviously not enough to put Triple H away. And now looking for the world's strongest slam, but Triple H with a reversal and a backbreaker of his own there. Great shot of the referee's leg. Really need that. Triple H sent over the ropes here by Mark Henry. Drops him down there.
These guys are giving it absolutely everything they've got.
And John Cena not willing to back down here.
Looks like we're going back inside.
And Cena got thrown in the ring by Henry. Hang on a minute. Cena, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be in the ring. Mark Henry and John Cena's issues seem to have bled into this match a little too much right now. As Cena's not even supposed to be in this ring, but Triple H is trying to take control of the match, but Cena and Henry are continuing to fight with each other. This could end up in a disqualification for Triple H and Cena here. The issues between these teams, I've mentioned this before, they are just too out of hand right now. And Cena throwing Henry over the ropes, and now getting frustrated with the referee who's trying to... Oh, okay. Well, that was weird. I don't really know what happened there.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other. Nobody home for that one.
It seems like tension has boiled over here. John Cena has decided that he's had enough of Mark Henry in this matchup. Goes for an attitude adjustment on the concrete, but Cena caught there. And it looks like Triple H has been almost thrown out of the match in which he was initially a part of. You can almost see the confusion brewing on the face of Triple H as John Cena continues to fight with Mark Henry on the outside. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Attitude adjustment. Ooh, through the table. And now Triple H kind of signaling to Cena saying, look, can I get back in this match now? And Cena giving him the go-ahead. So now Triple H is back in control after Cena hit an attitude adjustment through the announce table on the Mark Henry on the outside. Will it be enough to put Henry away? No. Seems like Cena just really needed to get that out of his system. Henry catching Triple H, but Triple H reverses. And then Henry caught into a pedigree. You know Henry's already dazed from that attitude adjustment through the table. Pedigree connecting now. Triple H into the cover. JBL looking panicked as his partner is getting manhandled, and it was too little, too late. John Cena and Triple H really did a number on Mark Henry in this matchup, which led to Triple H being able to pin Mark Henry and a victory for these two. What the hell is this music playing for? What? Triple H's music just kind of changed out of the blue. Well, Triple H and John Cena worked great as a team. I don't think Triple H appreciated Cena taking his spotlight for as long as he did, but Cena just really wanted to put Henry through that table, and he got his way. That took a number out of Henry, and then the pedigree is just a finishing blow, and these two are victorious tonight. And I told you, this is a more dangerous union in some people's eyes, myself included, as that's it. So thank you all for watching this week's episode of SmackDown, and I'll see you tomorrow night on Superstars, where, speaking of SmackDown, the Cruiserweight Champion 6-Pack will be returning to Superstars to face Robert Scorpio in the opening bout.